Welcome back to Inside the Swing. I'm your host, Jeremy Lee, and today we're going to discuss club path. So it's really important to understand how club path is measured and what we need to do to make sure that we're practicing correctly is really the key here. So club path is all based on your target line. So these numbers could be skewed depending on how you're lined up. So that's really important starting out is how do we get, first of all, set up correctly and determine the correct club path that we're trying to achieve. So just line it up towards target. And so as you can see, my club path aiming directly at the target was 1.3 degrees to the right, which means I came just slightly from the inside, 1.3 degrees into out. So, but here's the trick. So if you guys are on your TrackMan or on a different simulator, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're aimed correctly. So whether you use alignment sticks, whatever, that's going to basically give you your club path correctly. Now, here's the kicker. So if you're aimed here and you're slightly close to the target, watch what happens. See how much different my path is? It's 4.7 because everything is relative to the target. So making sure that you're lined up correctly when you're testing your club path is very, very important. Another thing that I like to do is on the left-hand side is I'm in shot analysis right now with TrackMan. And what I like to do is if I'm working directly on club path, then I like to put my numbers on the left-hand side. So as you can see, 4.7, 1.3, 0.8, 1.5, etc. So I'm solely focusing right now is where I want my path, what feels good. So when I practice, I really like to just get the feel of what I'm trying to do. If I'm hitting it to the right and I'm just focused on path, well, then I'll maybe make slight adjustments. So what I want to do is, okay, I want to hit it right at target, start the ball with a neutral or a zero club path. That's our goal. I really like plus or minus 3 on club path, depending on what shot you're going to make. Anything above that is going to create a much higher face to path, and that's going to get you a lot of curvature in the ball. So today, we're just going to really work on path. So you come in from the inside, that's a plus club path. Come from the outside, that's a minus club path. So just to give you an idea, here's a neutral club path. So 0.6. So as you can see, my face was open. So we started the ball and it just worked itself up. But my path is still good. So getting used to having a consistent path is really, really important. And then what we can do is we can really work on matching that face to that path. But if you have a really big end out, you're really in front of the ball, you're coming away from the inside, I mean, you could see numbers. So you could see numbers as high as 15. So if I went, so that was a 10 degree. So some people, I've seen them, they're so far ahead and they're coming away from the inside. So keeping that set up really neutral. If you followed our series, yesterday we talked about generating more power. If you generate more power and you kind of come in, get that hip into place, you're going to naturally come a little bit more from the inside. So that's what you got to be careful of. We're not trying to shift and really drop that club back here. Our triangle is staying outside of our body. Our club is following right at impact. So that is our goal. So neutral path. So you can see on this one, I was slightly negative, but I'm still inside of that parameter. So don't really fall into the trap of trying to hit the exact same number every single time, because remember, this is a game of misses. This isn't a game of perfect shots. So if we can control our misses, we can really play some good golf. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to just really work on getting on a simulator, getting inside, and really working on keeping that club path plus or minus 2. Let's just stay there. So if you're really coming from the inside, just kind of work your hands out a little bit more. Most likely you're dropping your hands way inside. I would say hit the ball with your hands. Hit the ball with your hands, which gives you a neutral, well, that's a negative path, but, oh no, neutral, I'll just close my face. So if you can really feel like you're hitting the ball with your hands, that can give you a really consistent club path, and we can take your game to the next level. And so exaggerations, that's what kills a golf game, because your misses are way too big, and that's what we need to control. We need to control those misses, tighten that up a little bit, and create a better neutral club path. So again, if you're coming too far from the outside, work on getting your hands a little bit closer. Our end up goal is keeping that triangle together here, triangle together here, hitting the ball with our hands, releasing, and then coming into the finish. So if you can do that, see how I'm turning? I'm not doing this. A lot of you do that. So we've broken down that triangle. Our path is all over the place. We're way far from the inside, or we're throwing our hands out trying to get that path. Just feel like you're natural swinging. As your body turns, your arms go out. You're coming back down. You're pulling those arms down, or you're pulling those hands down. You're trying to take that at the ball, and then you're turning that body to square up the club. So once again, try to work on plus or minus 2 on the club path. Set your left side. You can just hit that down arrow and just put club path, and you can kind of see how you're trending throughout your practice session. But as always, if you're really going to get serious about your game, coming to an indoor center like 24 Golf is so important, because you're actually practicing with a purpose. And that is our goal here, and that is our goal with Inside the Swing, is to teach you how to practice with a purpose and get that game better. So it's really cold outside here in Pinehurst today. We got snow on the ground. So if you want to come check us out, 24 Golf here in Southern Pines. We're so excited to welcome new golfers. And if you're traveling to the area, make sure you check out our opportunity to come in, work on your game, or just bring your group over to 24 Golf. So as always, practice with a purpose. I'm Jeremy Lee. This is Inside the Swing. We'll see you on the tee.